Hi, Keep Singing members. Natalie Eastman here with a higher note. Okay, here we go. Sorry, I had to take a little break there to try to figure out some tech stuff. I'm still here. Why are you not going? I do not know. All right, never mind. Go away, app. Thank you. All right, so I set it up so you can see. It's going to be either here or there. I think it's going to be over there. But you can see right now, I hope, the Module 5, which I introduced last week. This week is week 4, so technically it's What's in Your Way week, but I didn't get any requests for today, so I thought, well, I will go ahead and do some core training and attach that to a next email for the module. If you haven't accessed your Module 5 Agility, then this is what it looks like. I mean, this is what it looks like from my builder perspective. I'm not 100% sure what it looks like when you click on it, but it's going to be something like this. It's got the introduction there and some comments from me. And then what we did last week was I introduced you to 5 exercises. 3 are warm-up exercises, 2 to generally warm your voice up if you have not already warmed up your voice. And then 1 agility warm-up to kind of really get you into the frame of mind of loosening things up and getting ready to go. And then 2 agility workout exercises. So if you are keeping track of your exercise tracker, if you don't have that printed out, go to your files and download that and start keeping track of that in your singing notebook. So go ahead and I would say if you haven't done that yet, go do that. That's the whole introduction to agility. And then some introductory exercises to get you going, and then 2 that are really going to get you flowing. And today we're just going to go deeper with that. So let's see. I already discussed what do we mean by vocal agility? What is coloratura for all the voices? And why it's important, what this does for you and your voice, and you'll want to go and study that before proceeding. Today is basically just going to be introduction of more exercises, a little handful of exercises that are really going to bust your chops, but hopefully in a good way. Now, boom. What am I looking for? Okay. I'm looking for, down here. Keyboard. All right. We're going to do, because I have not vocally warmed up today. Now, first thing I have to do is, let me find this, is I need to enter. So I don't get all original. Okay, original sound is already on. I need to turn on. Okay, let me pause because this is going to waste your time. I don't want to waste it. Hold on. Okay. Okay, we're back in business. I wanted to turn on original sound for musicians so that, well, because we're musicians. And what that does for you is it disables noise suppression. So the minute I started singing, it would try to stop the dog from howling, if you know what I'm saying. cut out the dishwasher sound and all the things. So, including your singing voice, and we don't want that. Okay, I'm trying to get my light evened out here. Should have done that beforehand, but rarely think of doing it. So what I'm going to do is get out my little diaphragm waker upper. If you have one available to you, go ahead and get it out. I did tell you several sessions ago, lessons in a past video, to go to the Dollar Tree and get yourself a pack of these. They don't make extra noise, and it really does serve as a diaphragmatic wake up. So what we're going to do is we're going to expand our rib cage. Again, if you haven't done the breathing exercise sequence of 3 and worked yourself up to that third exercise, if you're at the second exercise, do this. If you're still at the first exercise, breathing exercise number 1, just go and get those done. Like, that is foundational for everything else. So please, please go do that. All right, not gonna beg. It's your voice. It's your voice, and you can do what you want to. All right, get out your little non-noise maker. Expand your rib cage. Do a nice big lift, and you're gonna just make this go. Like 30 or 40, I don't even know. All right, do enough to just get your diaphragm going. Let me pull out my straw. We're gonna do a little vocal occlusion, semi-occluded vocal tract training. So get out a straw, whatever you've got. If you have the coffee stir, fine. All right, I'm gonna today use this just because it's easy and because my official gadget isn't already put together and just don't wanna waste time. So we're gonna do some fire engines. Don't push, don't press your voice, you're warming it up. Don't go to the extremes of your range. You're just kind of staying in your middle range. Doesn't matter your voice part. Stay in the middle of your range doing these hills and valleys. Let's do 5 more. Keep going. Make sure you're keeping your rib cage expanded the whole time. And you should be on about 4.5 by now. I'll join you for the 5th one. Keep your rib cage expanded. Keep it lifted. Let's do a little bit more, and you can pause this video and do that some more. It will not hurt you, it will only help you. Let's do, we're gonna do semi-occlusion on, let's get rid of that, move out of our way. Let's do it on the 2 that we learned last week. All right, so the 2 that are more agility oriented, not just vocal warm-up. And again, today I am working in Estelle Liebling's vocal course. I am using the soprano book, one of the soprano books, for lower voices. Drop the octave. You come in when you can, you leave when you need to. Come in and out. Do harmony. Use it as an opportunity to practice your harmony. Feeling it. Nobody's watching you. Nobody hears you. So do as you wish. Like let nothing hinder you. There's no one, don't judge yourself. Nobody else is there to judge you. The only person stopping you from exploring your voice in the privacy of your own wherever is you. Don't be the bottleneck, okay? Don't be the bottleneck. Give yourself permission. I give you permission. Give yourself permission to explore. Give yourself permission to be wrong. I was listening to two different interviews this week. One was of Ed Sheeran, and he said, these days, there's such a ban on failing and failure and making mistakes. He said, his own words, you learn nothing from your successes. That's what he said. I would say probably you learn very little, unless you reflect. But anyways, what you learn from are the failures, the abysmal situations. You look and we really tend to super overthink and overanalyze those, which is great, but we usually just tend to wallow instead of making it do something for us. So make it do something for you. Feel free to explore as you do this. Feel free to not do this perfectly. You're beginning at it. Maybe you're coming back as a returner. Maybe you've done this 10 times already. Each time you'll notice it gets better and better. All right. And it will. It'll get better and better and better. I was starting all that to say lower voices, drop the octave. Even higher voices, come in and out when you can. It depends on how warmed up you already are. Okay? So, is that a deal? All right. Thank you. It's a deal with me. I'm making the deal with you. Make it with yourself. Here we go. Let us start with, we went through, let's see, we did 11. Okay, here we go. We're going to do 11, which is the li-o. All vowels are centered around the ah vowel. That is the shape of the throat and the openness, open throat singing. That is the shape of your throat that you want to have kind of in place all the time. Everything else, the other ones, e, I, o, u, they all are a variant of the ah vowel. Ah is the open and roundedness and the highest soft palate position, and also the lowest placement of the tongue. So you have the most, and also the most stiffness of the cheeks. So you have the most openness and the most opportunity for the sound to get out. Okay, so everything else revolves around that. So when we move from our la into e, I, o, u, I want you to think about keeping that openness of the ah and let the other ones form off of that openness of the ah. Okay, we've talked about vowels in other lessons, so I won't go any further into that. But even as we're doing this as a semi-occluded exercise, you're still going to use la-o-u as what you're doing, but you're going to be doing it like this. Sound a little bit like Tibetan monks, or what are those Alp horns? Oh, those tubal singers that sound really weird and kind of awesome at the same time. It's kind of like a Central Eastern tradition, and I think Tibet. I don't know. Whatever. Okay, moving on. Here we go. So here is the pattern. Let me play the pattern for you. I'll play the pattern first. La, eh, oh. Okay, la, eh, oh. If you need to pause that, replay it, do. Here's what it would be like with our semi-occlusion. All right, so here we go. Grab your straw and let's do it. Keep your rib cage lifted. Recommit your rib cage. Each time you're taking a breath, try not to let it fall and just deflate. And every time you're doing a repetition, drop down the octave when you need to, anytime. Drop in and out. If you need to drop down to like a minor third or something to get more repetitions in as it's moving up, please do so. Here's an example of dropping the octave on the next one. Let your tongue move around under your straw. You want to keep your tongue placed sort of forward, but let it move underneath. That's what's doing the vowel change work for you. Good. All right, let's move on to the next one. Next one is, aha, yes. Okay, so we have, I'm not going to go through the pattern because I went through that last week, but that's what it sounds like. We're going to do it on law. Everything's on law for this. But we're going to do it semi-occluded. Here we go. So let's get started. Hello. There you go. Lift the rib cage each and every time. Recommit your rib cage. Everything here needs to be relaxed, relaxed. Also keep your face relaxed. I've told the story of how I used to sing like this all the time. Keep your face relaxed. Try to make each note distinct, even though you are doing the phrase legato, smooth and connected. Each note, each pitch needs to be distinct and correct as you do the arpeggio. Great job. Let's go. All right, we're going to introduce a new one today. This is Again on laws, here is the pattern. You're going to hold the law the whole time. I mean, it's only a measure. It's going to, so we're starting it out slower than it should end up being. But here it is. La, pretty basic little hills. La, 5-note pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you love solfege, do, re, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, re, do, re, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Thankfully, we're not doing it in solfege. We're just doing it on law, or else you would hear me mess it up all the time, as you are also free to do. But we're going to do it on law anyways, so it doesn't matter. And again, drop down the octave when you need to. Keep your ribcage expanded. Expand. Wow, I gave you a bonus hill and valley. Expand. Everything's relaxed up here. Rib cage is doing the work. Let your diaphragm support that breath. Keep your neck relaxed. Drop down the octave when you need to. Here's an example of dropping down the octave. Let me go back up. Think the top note before you get there. Be in position for the top note before you start. No matter your vocal part. Good. Expand your ribcage. Keep everything relaxed. Keep your larynx relaxed, your neck relaxed. Support with your ribcage and your diaphragmatic breathing. Relax your face. Relax your shoulders. Recommit your ribcage. Play with how much you're letting your air in and out. You don't want to feel like you're just pushing a ton, but you also don't want it to just be free flowing out. That's why I keep my fingers right here. Okay, next one. Here we go. We're moving on to exercise 19. Where are you, 19? Okay, all right, this one, we're getting into hard here. Okay, so here is the pattern. We're going to start high this time and work our way down. We're going to do triplets. Sorry. Ugh, I'm terrible at doing the scales. All right, but the pattern, oops, sorry, it's going to start on D. That's why it sounded weird, because I was trying to end on G, but I was in key of C, wasn't working. So wasn't working for my ear. Probably wasn't working for your ear either. Here is the pattern again. That's going to be the rhythm of it. So it's in 2/4 time, if that's of interest to you. That's going to be your pace. All right, here we go. We can do this without the semi-occlusion. Was for, well, you can do it semi-occluded. That actually is not a bad idea. Okay, I'll just say that. That is actually a pretty good idea. For your first couple times through, you could do it with semi-occlusion. That's a lot easier on your laryngeal function. So feel free. Go ahead. Do it with your straw, phonation. And be pretty generous with the airflow you let out. Don't squeeze it, don't block the end too much. Let it be fairly free-flowing. You'll find the right balance. Here we go. Expand. Expand your rib cage. Expand your rib cage if you're falling. If you're doing it with semi-occlusion. Still expand your rib cage. That was a train wreck. Expand. Think of butterflies alighting on flowers as you go down. Expand. Keep it light. Keep it very light. Do not try to have a big voice. Do not try to be forte, to sing forte. Your only thing is to try to be relatively accurate and sing it in legato style. You can go back and do this with the straw. If you didn't do the straw the first time, maybe do it a few times with the straw and then open up into ah. Okay, let us learn number 20. Okay, now we're getting into more hard. Okay, this is pretty complex. Not gonna lie. Okay, so but not well. When I say hard, I mean when you look at it. Okay, when you look at it, I'm not even gonna show it to you. I don't want you to be intimidated. I want you to just hear it and try it. Okay, but yeah, I'll show it to you. All right. So that's what it looks like. This is one repetition. Okay? But I really seriously do not want you to be intimidated. What we're doing is we are walking up the scale. All right? Let me demonstrate it for you. So we're going to do this. But we're going to do it with little triplets. Okay, so that's the pattern, but all you're doing is walking up and walking down and then adding your little triplets for each one. Going down. Hope you can hear the steps as you go down. course, I'm exaggerating it, okay, because it's going to be real steady. There's not going to be all those little pauses and extra beats in there. I don't remember what timing I did in the middle there, but I think you have a dun dun or something like that. Okay. I made it three or 4 weeks ago. So all right. So we're going to do the whole thing on ah. Again, critical to have a expanded rib cage. Your goal is to get through one complete up in one breath. That's one phrase. And then the down in one breath. That's one phrase. You do not have to do the whole thing in one phrase, but kudos to you if you do. It's really two phrases, a phrase up and a phrase down. You may take a breath in the middle if you wish. If you do not wish to, don't. Okay? So that'll be a fun little challenge for yourself. All right, but you can if you want. All right, so again, drop the octave when you need to. Keep your ribcage expanded. Be very relaxed here. Everything's on ah, very open. Ah, keep your tongue kind of at rest. The tip at the behind your bottom teeth, right there. Don't let it be all pulling back up in your mouth like this. You don't want that. You want it kind of to stay a bit forward. Okay. All right, I'm not going to go too much into all else. You just want open throat keep that ah shape the whole time. And the most important is to support from here. Keep it very light. Think of butterflies alighting on flowers. Doo-doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo-doo, okay? And there we go. Here we go. Get ready. Expand your rib cage. Take in a small breath and go. I was too fast. Make sure you're supporting. Keep everything very open in your ah position. Recommit. Butterflies. Recommit. Going down the hill. Stay supported. Recommit if you need to. Recommit. Recommit. Small breaths. Stay open. Relax your face. Relax your shoulders. Recommit. Make it work. Relax your shoulders. Watch the tension in your body. Don't be tense, but do make these muscles work. Stay open. Breath. Small breaths each time. Recommit. Butterflies. I know that's goofy. Recommit. Stay open. Submit. Stay open. Relax your face. Relax your shoulders. Keep your posture good. Pull up on your little pretend string. Stay engaged with your rib cage. Oh. Relaxed. You made it. Okay, that's all we'll do today. Please send me any questions that you have. I love your questions, so please send them. You know where to send them. If you don't, go to your member area, post me a journal post, and make it public so I can see it. Post a discussion thread, start a new discussion thread on any topic you wish, and make that public. Well, that is public. And yes, please, I'm here. Keep me posted. Please look for my emails. Check your spam folder, check your updates folder, your whatever folder, and then make sure you're on top of keeping up with those emails, reading them, coming to this as much as you can. And if you can't come to these, watch the replays. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Keep singing.